The nighttime air was cool and comfortable, but the moon was missing, which blanketed the forest with darkness. Faint cowbells and chains dragging could be heard in the distance. Ivy broke away from the team in order to look for a bathroom. She had just found a spot when she heard something move in the trees. She looked up and saw nothing. She had a really bad feeling and tried to return back to camp. The second she turned her back, a snap of a tree branch was made, followed by the sound of thunder. Then all she heard was the crack of metal on metal. The sound came from behind. She turned around. Magma stood with his spear, radiating electricity against a shadowy figure. The figure was extremely obscured in shadow due to the lack of moonlight, and faint black smoke could be seen spilling out from it. She squinted and saw what resembled a man holding a nimcha, both drenched in smoke. The man broke away from Magma before saying,
"Black steps."
After saying steps, he disappeared completely from view, and Ivy panicked. Magma pushed her beside a tree and stood directly in front of her. He expanded the electricity around his body, the spark tickling Ivy. A knife was struck down, followed by the man with his nimcha aimed at Ivy's neck. Magma was barely able to defend both of the attacks in time. The man reappeared directly in front of Magma.
Brethren, what are you doing?
You're trying to kill my friend. The hell you think I'm doing? Cooking?
But this doesn't concern you. I've intentionally avoided aiming at you because I didn't want to kill anyone unnecessarily. This is purely business, and I'm not getting paid to kill anyone extra.
Well, you're gonna have to kill us both, because I'm not letting you kill her.
No! I prefer if none of us got killed, Magma!
I'm asking you one last time to stand down. This is my last mission, and I don't want to kill any more than I have to.
I'm not letting you kill her, so you'll have to kill me too.
So be it. Never let it be said that Agent didn't give you a chance. Black doppelgangers.
Suddenly, the man split into 5 copies of himself and charged at Magma, his speed increasing rapidly with each step. 5 nimchas aimed directly at both Ivy and Magma. Their intent was annihilation. The electricity expanded around his body before Magma swung his spear in an attempt to block all of them, which proved successful at first. But then the attacks kept increasing in speed and angles until all he could see was a wall of sword strikes, so fast he wouldn't be able to defend against all of them while protecting Ivy. He met the blades regardless, as avoiding them meant Ivy's death. He was able to keep the damage to a minimum by parrying and deflecting most of the attacks, but they struck his extremities and ripped skin with each swing. He was at the mercy of the increasing sword slashes before arcs of lightning shot from the clearing, followed by a sound of a coil gun charging upon releasing its shot. 3 of the doppelgangers were struck and vanished into smoke before Agent shouted "Black steps" and vanishing. Astria, Gardock, and Alicia all gathered around Ivy and Magma before Alicia looked at him rubbing her fingers and said,
"You look like you're hurt. What can you do for yourself?"
Ew, I don't want anything from you.
If you come back talk to me like that, then clearly you're fine.
The assassin re-emerged from the shadows, frightening Astria and Alicia, as well as putting Gardock on extreme caution. He faced them like they were mere children before saying,
Listen, this doesn't concern you. I told your friend here that this is my last mission, so talk some sense into him and leave her to me.
Who? Ivy?
Not a chance. We can't let you kill her.
Why do you insist on fighting? This clearly has nothing to do with you, and I'm being extremely lenient by letting you leave. Had it been anyone else, you would have died already. You heard the women, so now you know exactly where we stand.
Father, forgive me, Blackest Night.
Gardoc's eyes never left Agent, and yet he could not see when Agent disappeared from in front of him and stabbed him in the stomach with the nimcha. The pain he felt was the confirmation that this was real. He looked around and saw that Astria, Elysia, and Magma all got stabbed as well by clones of Agent and were falling to the ground. Gardoc staggered on his knees before he heard him say this to Ivy.
In consideration for the bravery your friends have shown, I'll let this be quick and painless. This is my final act of mercy I can give. Requiescat in pace.
His nimcha moved surgically through her heart. Ivy fell down, blood pooling under her stomach. He took her scarf wrapped from around her arm and dipped it in her blood before placing it in a black plastic bag and vanished into the dead of night. Ivy was gasping for air before Elysia came over to her and placed her hands above her heart. Electricity pulsed to keep her heart pumping, while at the same time cauterizing the wound on her heart and closing it. Ivy's screams reverberated throughout the forest before Elysia placed a hand over her mouth.
Shh! You want the man to come back to finish the job? You're stable. Now I can get to the others.
She moved to Astria and noticed that she had a flesh wound around her stomach, which she found odd, but healed her regardless and confirmed she was stable. Gardoc was up next, and again she noticed the same wound around his stomach, which definitely raised an eyebrow, but she ignored it for now and healed him as well. Finally, she went to Magma with the same expectations, which were proven true, because he also had no lethal wounds before she healed him as well. After she was done, she took a seat on the ground, lost in thought, while waiting on everyone to recover before she too eventually passed out after her adrenaline had worn out. Upon waking up, she saw Gardoc alone around a fire, with everyone else close by, but safe.
You're awake. Good.
Well, yeah, I tended to myself before anyone else, so naturally, I'm fine. Agent didn't hit me in any vitals.
You noticed it too. Clearly, he never intended on killing us from the start.
Well, that was obvious. He came out of invisibility just to tell us to back off. He could easily wipe us out before we even knew what was happening. Our only saving grace is that he didn't know I could heal people.
I didn't even have time to react before his sword struck me. My eyes were on him the whole time.
He's a different breed, that's for sure. So what do you suppose we do now?
Well, we're definitely gonna have to come up with something before we continue. Otherwise, we might come against someone else that's just as strong, and we won't be able to do anything against them.
Let's wait until Astria and Magma wakes up first, before we decide what our options are. I know you apply rubber to your body, but aside from that, I don't think I know exactly what your ability can do.
I guess we'll have to find out what each of our powers can really do, because I didn't even know you could heal using electricity.
I can do a whole lot more than that, but let's wait until they wake up.
They both gathered some fruits from the gardens, while the team slowly woke up and had a meal. Once they ate and recovered, they all sat in front of the fire. The moon finally resurfaced, signaling that the agent is long gone. Magma rubbed his stomach.
Hopefully this doesn't leave a scar. I'd hate for my future wife to see tons of marks on my clean skin.
The fact that you're thinking about women tells me you're fine.
Aside from a small bellyache, yes, I am.
Is Ivy okay, Elysia?
Actually, not really. All I have done is nothing more than patchwork. She's stable right now, but ask me again tomorrow, and well, let's just get her some more help as soon as possible.
I should be able to get her there quickly. since I can boost my speed using electricity.
As much as I'd like to come with you, I wouldn't be able to match your level of speed. I'm entrusting her to you.
Don't worry, I'll take care of her. I'm sure I'll be able to figure something out when I get to the kingdom.
Magma lifted Ivy on his back before spreading electricity around his body. He took off with incredible speed, leaving behind the sound of thunder and concerned faces.
We should get going as well in the event he ran into any trouble.
Upon their journey, the temperature began dropping rapidly the closer they got to Gordon Town, before the first snowflake fell upon them. The forest shifted towards sheets of white, signaling the beginning of their ascent to the mountaintops of the Queen. The first thing they noticed were graves, ancient ones, and their numbers were immeasurable. A sign posted with eyes near one of the graves read, "Here lies the bodies of those who tried to enslave our kind for their own selfishness and greed." Tattered strips of red and white cloth could still be seen hanging on for dear life in the cold, but the passage of time has not been kind to them. They continued up the path towards Gordon Town before they saw Magma barreling down the path towards them. His face had the swagger of someone who has accomplished his mission. He stopped in front of them before saying,
I was able to get her to the base of the mountain before some well-hidden people took her from me.
Well hidden?
Almost invisible. It's more fun to show you when we get there. I wouldn't exactly rush there either.
Why not?
To get up the mountain is gonna require skills neither I nor you have. We'll have to rely on Astria and Elysia to get there. But I know Ivy is safe at least.
That's a relief.
I saw something interesting in town. We'll have to walk past it to get into town. Let's go.
They continued walking a little before they saw it. Surrounded by pink flames, arms extended in a dynamic showman-like pose, stood a statue of a woman in her early 30s, encased in ice. She wore a long dress that reached her ankles and the body of a loving auntie, her smile warm as sunshine despite the freezing temperatures. On the plaque beneath her feet wrote, "The Honourable Louise Simone, Miss Lou, Mother of Zaimaka culture." In front of the statue stood a man of mixed blood, wearing a black trench coat with white dress shirt, black gloves, and rounded glasses. He stared intently at the statue before muttering under his breath,
I'm happy to see someone from the younger generation who still believes in our people and culture. I pray I get the chance to meet you before I die. There's something I want to teach you.
Gardock stood beside him, looking up at the statue before saying,
You speak like you're about to die this very instant. Who is this woman?
Someone who can make you laugh, but can also make you move. As a businessman, I know how powerful laughter and charisma can be, so I wish to find her. As for me dying, that's the ramblings of an old man.
That doesn't really seem like ramblings to me. Your hands shake when you mention dying. It happened twice when you say it.
The man finally turned towards Gardock.
You got me there. Maybe you can help me. Or is that shield you bear mainly just for show?
It's not that I wouldn't, but I do have to see Ivy before I can move.
Ivy? Like Princess Ivy?
You know her?
It's hard not to. This town was built on the foothills of the Queen. I'm more surprised you do, since you're not from here.
How do you know that?
Oh wait, you're serious. Look around you. Everyone here is dressed for the temperature, but you and your friends aren't. Tell you what, to help you make a decision, come to my estate for a meal and a change of clothes.
We need to check on Ivy first, though. She was injured on our way here. He was able to get her to the foothills before he got turned back.
That's to be expected. The Queen is very apprehensive about who she lets in her kingdom, but thankfully you're in luck. I'll vouch for you to see Ivy if you agree to help me. I have links.
Fine, but you'll have to explain what it is in detail first before we agree.
Not an issue. I'll discuss it over dinner. My estate is down the road. Come meet me when you're ready, though I suspect it'll be soon since she is freezing. It's called Cherry Garden Estate. Ask for George.
Okay, George. I'll see you soon. I found a way to get up the mountain in exchange for helping him with something.
What is that something?
He'll let us know when we get to his estate. He asked me to hear him out in exchange for entry to the kingdom, as well as put us up for the night.
Well, I for one am freezing, so you won't get an argument out of me.
Maybe if you wore clothes, you wouldn't be freezing.
Bite me.
He's feeding me, so he's already looking favorable in my book.
Then it's agreed then. We'll head to his estate up the road.
They passed the statue and made their way towards the estate. People could be seen giving them friendly looks that carried a hint of suspicion behind it, almost as if they were cautious of them. The words that they said, however, carried no form of malice or harmful intent, though. Bless up, brother. Walk good and welcome to Gordon Town. God go with you. These words appear to have the four drop their guards before reaching the estate. The man that greeted them was shorter than average, but had a quiet confidence that could be felt rather than explained. He wore a tuxedo built for the snowy climate before saying,
"Ah, hello. My name is Jeff, and I have been expecting you, Mr. and Mrs.
Magma, Astria, Gardock, and Elysia.
The Mage Posse. How on the nose. Right then, this way."
He led them towards the gate of the white estate built from pure ice and insulated using snow. They passed through a low dome-shaped hallway at the gate before exponentially opening up vertically. The temperature rose to something more comfortable once they passed the hallway, before being led to a guest bedroom with 2 beds.
You can pick out something to wear from that closet over there. Surely you don't need me to change your clothes now, do you?
Yeah, we got it.
It's a mixed hot spring through that hall. Do what you will with that information. I'll call you when dinner is ready.
Right then. Let's head in first and leave them to the baths afterwards. We'll be quick about it.
Ew, you really want to spend the evening looking at another man? Gay.
Just get in there.
Astria, remember that time when Gardock told us how he got his powers?
Where are you going with this?
He said it's Gru. I want to see it. Don't tell me you aren't curious after hearing him proudly declare something like that. Let's sneak in and find out.
Alicia, you can't spy on people.
I'm gonna do it. You can stay here if you like.
She took off her clothes and wrapped her body with a towel before making her way towards the mixed bath. Astria slowly followed behind.
I thought you said spying on people was bad.
Do you have to remind me that what I am doing isn't right? I already have Magma being a thorn. I don't want another one.
You really think coming in here first was the right idea? Astria was freezing, you know?
Which is why I said to make it quick, so she can relax here as long as she likes. I know she's more susceptible to the cold.
Look at Mr. Considerate over here.
You could be a little more considerate as well, especially to Astria. I know you apologized to her, but apologizing and doing the same thing again doesn't mean anything.
I know. I'll try to be more considerate going forward.
Speaking of considerate, what happened to Ivy? You said some men took her from you.
Oh yeah, They had pink eyes as well, so I knew they were one of hers. She came to for a minute before I left and thanked me. She kissed my cheeks before she got taken away. Must have been a cultural thing or something.
What?
Yeah, it wasn't a big deal or anything. The men looked at me for a minute before rushing her to get treated. I guess they may have been surprised that she's sharing her customs with a stranger.
Dinner is served.
Ah! You know it's not nice to sneak up on people.
Not the pot calling the kettle black. Master Gordok, Master Magma, it appears you have some wandering eyes upon you. I'd recommend inviting them. The bath is certainly big enough to accommodate 4 people. Might I offer you a pack of ruffers?
Come out!
I'll tell Master George it looks like you'll be late for dinner. Have fun.
My initial response would have been we took too long. But the more important question is, why are you snooping on us?
It's Alicia's idea. She wanted to spy on you to see if you really grew from the rubber tree.
Gordok, Astria wanted to see as well. That's why she followed me here.
You want me to leave so you can show them? I don't really want to see that.
Nah, I think I have a headache actually. I'm gonna go get ready for dinner.
Gardok was the first to get ready, before he lay down looking up at the icy ceiling with a glassy chandelier, his own self reflecting in pieces. Magma fell asleep on the nearby bed, before Alicia and Astria came out of the bathroom looking stunning. Gardok whistled before throwing a pillow on Magma, waking him up. Jeff stood outside of the door, as if waiting for them.
This way, Master Mage. I trust you had a very loving evening.
There was no loving the way you're thinking.
As you wish, Master Alicia. Nothing happened. In any case, Master George awaits.
Inside the dinner hall stood a lovely ice table, completely solid, as if frozen in time. At the head of the table sat George, patiently waiting.
Master George, the mage team has arrived.
Master George?
He knows I hate being called a master, and he does it specifically to mess with me.
Yeah, he's definitely the type to do something to annoy people.
I ask that you be lenient with him. He's from an era where slavery has just been abolished, and so he's using sarcasm to cope.
I think he's just being a dick.
Alicia!
You're right. But he's fun to have around. He reminds me of Paul.
Who's Paul?
Someone you're likely to meet real soon. But more importantly, I have a favor I wish to ask you.
You said you'd be able to get us to see Ivy, right? I'll hear you out.
I'd like to ask you for protection.
From who?
Not from who, but from what? Have you heard of the rolling calf?
Rolling calf?
No, what's that?
It's the spirit of a vengeful butcher that haunts the hills at night after his passing. It only appears on nights where the moon isn't showing. If you hear any bells or chains dragging, then it's likely nearby.
Wait, we actually heard those noises when we encountered Agent in the forest.
Really? What can you tell me about it?
Sadly, not much. We thought it was due to Agent why the moon was missing. But it looks like that was just a coincidence.
No, that's actually decent news. Usually people who hear the bells or chains end up dead. I want to deal with the calf before it starts to wreak havoc upon the people. As you can see, it is a small town, but our responsibility is actually massive.
What do you mean?
I feel confident telling you this because you brought Ivy home. But this town is actually a guard post to Nanny's kingdom. I'm indebted to her for saving my life. There's a certain man that's out to get me because I stand up for the inequality and injustice of black people, and he's hell-bent on shutting me up. Nanny was able to hide me here in exchange for resources. To put it simply, I'm the liaison between the Queen and the rest of the world.
That's why I felt so uncomfortable when those people greeted me. Something felt off, but I couldn't put my finger on it.
Yes, the Queen is highly cautious of who she allows to enter. Even as we speak, she's likely doing a background check on you. Don't be surprised if she calls upon someone close to you.
She'll have to dig deep to find anyone.
Her links run as deep as the Blue Maho's roots. But back to the topic at hand. Will you help me with this issue?
It's your call, Gardock.
Yeah, you brought us all the way here to meet the Queen for our own personal reasons. So if you want to help, then we're behind you.
I'm not standing behind no man. I'm standing beside you.
I did promise them that I'll let them see the Queen first. So once that's done, I'll help you.
I knew I was right to trust you. I suspect I won't need to send a letter to the Queen, but having another recommendation will only help you. For now, enjoy your meal. I need to contact Auntie Peggy.
By the way, we haven't gotten your name.
My apologies. I was so caught up in requesting your help, I forgot my manners. My name is George William Gordon. Looking forward to working with you.